Hello and welcome back to another video, and today, as you can see, we're back here on GP Bikes, and it's been way too long since I've done a video on this game, and to be honest, I've just been trying to find an excuse to do a video on this game, and I finally got one, because the other day, the game was finally updated once again. It got updated a few months ago after a really long time. It had been like over a year, I think even nearly 2 years since the game had been updated. It got updated a couple of months ago. People weren't a massive fan of the physics changes. It broke a lot of the mods. We kind of had to get over it though, just keep riding because that's what we had. But it does seem like Piboso has gone back on some of the changes made in that update. And from what I've heard, this one is even better. So I'm really excited to try it out today, guys. And we're actually in an online lobby because what I thought I might do, I jump into this lobby at Mugello and see how high up the order we can get in terms of lap time. Just thought it might be a fun little video to do. We are just going to hop out straight with the base setup because the mod is obviously been updated as well to go with the beta, so I don't know exactly what setup's going to be good. And to be honest, I've not done that many laps with the Ducati on this mod at all. I was riding a Yamaha when I did a league on this, which I may do some videos on at some point as well. I do have the footage for it, and we've overcooked turn 1, so that is a good start. Turn up traction control because this bike spins like nothing you've ever seen before. It's almost as if it has no traction control. It's on the maximum. You basically can't use anything other than the max of traction control, and we've cut a corner already. That is a good start, and we've had a big wheelie there. Tell you what, the bike does feel pretty aggressive, but like I said, I haven't ridden the Ducati a lot, so it probably is a bit more aggressive, although I was also struggling with wheelies in the Yamaha, so it's a bit of riding style, bit of a skill issue, as you guys would probably like to say, and there's a skill issue right there as I've gone down. Now, this shouldn't be like the MX Bikes video, because I'm actually supposed to be somewhat good at this game. I shouldn't really be crashing too much, but I accidentally went back an extra gear, and that's what happens when you're on that lap and not really concentrating properly. Although so far the bike does feel quite good, I must say. I know I was just moaning about it spinning up and wheeling a lot, but that was a problem with the mod. That wasn't actually a problem with the game beforehand. Although it'll be difficult to tell what the game really feels like in this new beta till we get right down to the limit, which hopefully I'll have to do to try and get up the timesheets, because Mugello, not a strong track of mine. I certainly wouldn't have picked it, but it was pretty much the only server up with the MotoGP bikes, and to be honest, I really fancy playing the MotoGP bikes and trying out this Marquez skin as well. But it'll be interesting to see what kind of lap time we can do out the gate, and sort of how far we're off the top guys, and how many laps it'll take us to get up into... I'd like to get a top 5 at least. I mean, I do tend to go quite well in a lot of these lobbies, but we'll see. So we come out of Buccini then for the first time. Try to avoid the green, although you don't lose your lap for going on the green in GP bikes. Some tracks you do, but I think most of them you don't, to be fair. They're not really set up. And we're 19 seconds off, because that actually does count your outlap. So it's a good job I didn't set the target as a top 10, because I think that one would be a bit easy. I've definitely overcooked Sandonato, I could tell that one already. And great job from me. It's one thing I did actually forget to mention about this mod, as somebody else comes into the gravel behind us. It's a guy on Lorenzo Savadori's Aprilia. But one thing I did forget to mention was that the brakes are pretty poor, and to be honest, the reason why I forgot to mention it was because I forgot myself. So I braked where I thought would be appropriate, and it absolutely wasn't, so... I do apologise, guys, but it'll have to be lap 3 then, I guess. Well, the second proper flying lap that we put our first good lap together, because obviously so far 19 seconds off, and we're 7 seconds off that currently. So, yeah, we're going to be pretty far down the timesheets, to be fair. Although 19 seconds off with an outlap and a crash probably tells me that the top time isn't particularly great either. So, we'll see. I've said that now, and I'll probably be like 3 seconds off it when I'm absolutely on the limit, but... Now, when it comes to the push laps at the end, I probably won't speak a lot. I'll probably end up leaving just the fastest lap with the pure audio in, just for you guys to see the full lap and hear the bike sounds. Because to be honest, actually, this mod does sound quite good. Some of the mods, not so much, but this one actually does, to be fair. Actually sounds pretty good. I don't know if it's been changed in the update, because there has actually been a new update for the mod to go with the new base that I've downloaded today. And that's also with the top 10. Like I said, it wouldn't be too hard to do that one, because they were like 19 seconds off, and I'm 17 seconds off. And I'm still, just about in the top 10 there. And we've run a bit wide through Sandonato once again. It's tricky. It is tricky to pull the bikes down on this mod, it must be said. I did also want to take the time in this video just to maybe talk a little bit about my plans for this year for the channel. In terms of upload schedules and stuff, but I'll probably talk about that once I've done a couple more laps and the bike is squirreling there. I keep forgetting all the corner names at Mugello. I really should know. That's Borgo Salorento, isn't it, that one? I don't know. I was going to say the one before was Pelagio, but I think Pelagio is the left of the Scarperia, if I'm not mistaken. Castle over in Savelli, obviously I know these, and then the two Arabiatas coming up, but I always get sort of those like first couple of little chicanes just mixed up. I never know what they're actually called. I do know one of them's Borgo San Lorenzo, and that is Borgo San the Gravel for me, and a bit of a bizarre crash. I think I just picked up the throttle a bit too early and caused the front to tuck. Something that can actually happen in GP bikes, not like the MotoGP game. Thing is as well, I played this game a lot. I don't do that many videos on it, unfortunately. I do want to try and do more videos on it, but when I crash on this game, generally I feel like it's my fault, which, you know, when I have crashed on the MotoGP game, a lot of the time I feel like it's not, or I don't really know what I did wrong, so that's one of the reasons why I really love this game. Don't want it to be just a hating on the MotoGP game video, but GP Bikes definitely my go-to. And if you haven't played GP Bikes before, I recommend giving it a go, because it is so fun. Especially when you start really pushing the bike. I know at the moment I'm not really riding particularly well, although I have just jumped on a new beta for the first time, so that's like a pretty major physics update, so it's not going to be exactly the same. But to be honest, the bike, it feels really good so far. I mean, I know I said I wouldn't be able to tell till I'm right on the limit, but up to this point, it does feel pretty good. And what we're going to do over the line, 9 seconds off now, so that's actually put me back in the top 10. So we had actually been knocked out of the top 10 pretty briefly there. So there's actually a couple of guys going around on track now. And have I overcooked this corner again? Not making myself look very good there, am I? Now, since I've ruined that lap, I think I'll probably take the opportunity now as I go on the green to talk about my plans for the channel this year. So my aim is to try and do 3 videos a week from now. I don't know if I'll stick to it, but it's certainly better than what I have been doing, if I can do that, that's for sure. I'm not going to set days for them specifically, it's not going to be like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whatever, and I'll probably stick to something like that. It'll probably be a consistent sort of throughout the week. It won't be just 3 days in a row and then nothing. But I'm not going to like time myself specifically. I'm just going to maybe try and aim for a number in a week. And, you know, some weeks there might be more, and perhaps some weeks there'll be less, but there'll be... my aim is to get 3 videos, and at worst, probably 2. But here we are then, over the line. This time, brake early for San Donato. I can tell I've got in hot again. Not too bad. Not too bad in fairness. That's pretty decent. Oh, come on. Come off it. Right. I have a feeling that this lap will be the first proper clean lap, and we'll finally get a good chance to see what I can do. Need to stop making stupid little mistakes. Okay, here we go then, up towards the line. This isn't going to quite go to the top of the tyres. It's going to be pretty close. 3/10 off of Manu, the creator of the mod, in second position there, so not too bad. I did invalidate that lap, I think, by going on the green. It was the two Arabiatas, so not ideal. Kind of ran a bit wide through Scarperia as well, so there's definitely more than 3/10 in the lap. I mean, it wasn't particularly a great lap. It's the first clean lap, so that's what I was trying to say. If I actually did a decent lap, I knew I'd be right up there. It's just a case of not crashing at Casanova and Savelli, which I made a bit of a habit of doing, to be fair. And I've just touched the grid out the last corner. The lap hasn't even ended up being better. Just I was surprised. I thought that was quite a better lap, but I guess the other one wasn't too bad. I've definitely braked too late for San Donato on this occasion, unless I really force it to fit. And actually I have. Okay, fair enough, I'll take that. The bike seems to really unload through Casanova and Savelli. I'm not sure what that is all about. I don't know whether that's a thing with the new beta, or perhaps it just happened before, because to be honest, I don't really remember playing Mugello on the previous version of this mod with the previous beta or anything, so it does seem a little bit eager to go. Perhaps maybe I'm using a bit of rear brake just to try and turn the bike a bit. Maybe it's what's causing the front to fold, because I'm sort of taking the load away from the front end. I'm not too sure. But I've had the same crash at that corner so many times. Guy in front's gone off at Scarperia, so let's get him back out of the way. Literally, you can see the next lap is my last attempt. I've got 1.6 litres a lap. Well, 1.5 now. I've got 1.5 litres of fuel left. A litre a lap at this circuit is Mugello, of course. Pretty high speed circuit, lots of throttle, so no surprises there. So you can see I've also got 1.5 laps, it's telling me. So that means literally the next lap is going to be my last attempt, because unfortunately I could take the shortcut back to the pits and maybe, you know, use less than half a lap of fuel if I made a mistake, but it doesn't give you the run out the corner, so you can't really do it. It's not going to be very helpful. So there we go then. It's going to be absolutely all or nothing. Come on, I want to try and top this timesheet, because to be honest, I've ridden pretty badly in this video. I just kind of want to show that I have got the lap time in me. Ah, no, come on. that was, yeah, great. That's a shame. That is a shame, because I feel like if I had a couple, you know, I feel like if I got a lap together, it would be enough, but because it's not the best lap in the world, like I said at the start of the video that's on top, but Mugello just is not my track at all, unfortunately. But I did say I was just going to keep going until the fuel ran out, so I think that's probably where I'm going to have to end this run then, unfortunately. Okay, I couldn't help myself. I couldn't help myself. I'm going out with a fresh set of tyres, with the fuel sort of topped back up. I probably would have kept the same set of tyres, to be honest, but yeah, I'm going back out onto the track. I can't leave it like that. I can't leave it with a crash like that. I want to get this top time. It's not much of a video if I'm only going to end up second, is it? Let's be honest. So I'm going to have to throw everything at it, give it everything I've got. Still using the stock setup and everything, so it is still all fair. Oh, the bike is squirming. Well, I guess technically I'm not using the stock setup because I've changed the traction control, but you can change that on the track, so that doesn't really count as far as I'm concerned. Here we go, up towards the line, 46.4, finally beat it. Took a few more laps than it should have done, but to be honest, at the end, I finally kind of got down to a decent pace. I'm feeling a bit more comfortable with the bike, and I gotta say, the new beta feels fantastic. So if you haven't tried the new beta out yet, guys, I think it's beta 21C, if I'm not mistaken. I could be completely wrong with the number, but I'm pretty certain that's what it's called. I tell you what, update your game immediately because it is so good. Also, try out the new version of the MotoGP 23 mod because, again, it does feel like it is a step forward. Although, in fairness, I've spent most of my time riding it on a Yamaha, so obviously the Ducati is going to probably feel better than that one. I'm actually interested to try out the SBK22 mod as well at some point, so hopefully I can get some races going. I sort of hopped on tonight and there was no races, there was just testing days. Hopefully maybe over the weekend we get some races going, maybe do some more videos on it, and of course I will be back with some more MotoGP game videos as well, so don't worry about that. The MotoGP career mode will be back very, very soon. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Do let me know what you thought of it in the comments below, because it is a little bit different to the kind of videos I usually make. I don't usually make these sort of time trial style of videos. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you'll stay safe, and I shall see you in the next one.